Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, if you are new to my channel, hi, I am Chloe, and today's video is going to be my 2021 planner flip through. I just want to say Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a fun and amazing break and had time to celebrate and also reflect on the past year, 2021. I am filming this a little bit late because I did end up getting sick towards the end of the year, but I am feeling a lot better now, so hopefully I can get this video up. But yeah, today's video is going to be my 2021 planner flip through. As you can see here, this is my planner. And this video, I'm just going to basically flip through every spread that I decorated and made in the months of 2021, and also talk about what I went through during the year in terms of organization and what I found useful in my planner, and also reflecting on what didn't work and what I'm going to be doing next time or taking into consideration for my next planner. So keep in mind there is going to be a lot of talking in this video in terms of the voiceover, but hopefully I can cut it down and try to limit my rambling. But just a little disclaimer for you guys, I do talk a lot about the struggles I went through in 2021 in terms of my planner. And yeah, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and without further ado, let's just get started. So this is going to be my 2021 planner flip through. This is the planner that I used for the year 2021, and if you have been following me for a while, I actually used this similar planner in 2020. This is just a different style, and it is from the brand Second Mansion. I will leave all the details down below in terms of this planner and where I got it in the description. So if you're interested in getting this type of planner, it will be in the description box, so make sure to check that out. I will be talking about the experiences I went through during the year and also what I went through in terms of my planner. And yeah, so getting started, I just added some stickers over here to decorate the outside more. The planner that I used in 2020 was basically the same type of planner. It was ring binded, so they had 6 rings on the side, and you could just take the inserts out, and the inserts included have a already structured weekly and monthly layout, as you will see later on. But this year I chose the style that had a red outline on the edges and also this cherry theme cover. I just love the color red and the color pink, or just any shade of that. I just fell in love with this planner, hence why I got it. I also personalized the front of the planner by adding 2 keychains. So this keychain I got from just one of the stationery hauls that I did previously, and I also got this keychain from Daiso. I just felt like this color scheme matched my planner, so I just got that. And this planner actually came with a ruler, so this came in handy once in a while when I needed to use a ruler and I didn't have one available. So you could just attach it here or anywhere along the binder. And I also added this picture of Kino from Pentagon. This broke on the edges, as you can see, but I did punch holes on the side so that I could attach it to the binder, and it just says 2021. And if you didn't know, my bias from Pentagon is Kino, and previously I actually went by the name Keynotes, but in 2021 I actually changed my name to Love Chloe. So yeah, my original branding was based off this man over here, but now basically I have grown to my own individual as Love Chloe, but I still appreciate this man. So yeah, so like I said, this was the cover of the planner. This is just a cherry theme cover. Just love this retro aesthetic going on. And now we'll get started with the actual planner. So in the first page, you get just a few blank pages that you can fill in. For me, I just added this year at a glance. Although I never really go back to look at this, I just feel inclined to create it only because you're starting a new year, want to see the entire year at a glance. I just feel like it's essential for any planner or bullet journal. I don't know, it's unnecessary because I don't really look at it, but it's like something that's just secondhand nature, I just always add it every time I start a new planner or bullet journal. So yeah, I just added some stickers and all these dates and stuff, and this probably took me so long because I had to write down every single month by hand, but it looks cute. I also added additional inserts such as a list of my goals, so I just used some memo sheets and just wrote down all of my goals for this year, as well as a wish list. I will talk about my goals later on, but let's just say that I didn't really do that well with all of my goal setting for this year. Other than my academic university experience of this year, I just feel like the rest of my goals that I set weren't really achieved, but I will go into that later on. Let me just put this on the side because this side cover is going to be annoying for the rest of this video. I also made a little wish list on the things I want for this year, and surprisingly I got everything that I wanted. As privileged as that sounds, I don't know, why do I feel so guilty expressing that? I have no idea, but I'm happy and grateful. I don't deserve it, but I'm utterly grateful. But yeah, I just added these additional inserts on my own, and then we move on to the future log. So this future log did come in handy here and there, but towards the end of the year you will see I just stopped using it. For every future log I do, I always add a key, so it just has these highlighted notes on where I will color code specific dates depending on what type of thing is going on in that date. So for example, on the 26th of January, it was a public holiday, so green would mean that there is an event going on. So yeah, there was a public holiday, so I would color in green the date, the 26th of January, so forth, anything like that. And I just did that throughout the year, so January, February, March, April and stuff. The struggle was that I accidentally made the calendars a little too small, so there was a clash of colors and it just looked messy and I didn't really like it, hence I wasn't motivated to keep going back to this. But I guess I was okay with completing it since I was able to get to August and fill it up. However, in September, October, November, it was just empty and I didn't really look back into it because I was just over it. And that was a reoccurring thing with this planner. I often came back to it or I stopped using it because either I was unmotivated and just lazy, or I was just going through it and I just couldn't touch it. And that is something I struggled with a lot with planning. I feel like I've been going through that since like for a while now in like 2020. I think this has something to do with how I manage my time and stuff. Now I will flip through all the months and I will just talk as I flip along to it. I won't go into detail about every single spread, but you guys will see what it looks like while I talk. But yeah, in terms of my planner, I did have a lot of moments where I was motivated to decorate it and fill it up. There were a lot of spaces, as you can see, where I could write down my tasks as well as add a little journal entry if I had nothing else to write. But at the same time, sometimes the spaces for each date of the week were a little bit too big and sometimes I didn't have a lot of things to do. Hence, I didn't have anything to write or necessarily put in that space. And I know a lot of people would relate with me on this, but for me, I hate seeing empty space. Like, I just want to fill every single space in my journal spread and planner and just all of that. I'm just that type of person, and I feel like seeing empty space was really hard for me because I would try my best to fill it up, but I just had no idea how to fill it up. This is what the weekly spread would look like if it was empty. This is just empty because February was a short month and I didn't have another week to decorate this, so I would move on to the next monthly spread. So yeah, as I was saying, I just wanted to fill everything up, but there was moments during the year where I just couldn't because I was either busy or I didn't have anything to do for that day. If I do repeat myself in this video, I'm so sorry again. But yeah, there was a lot of time in this year where I was super busy though, and I just couldn't fill it up because I was too busy to even decorate, grab all of my stationery supplies and just write down. Or whenever I did have the time to do that, I just was too tired or I just couldn't be bothered. I had a lot of burnt out moments in 2021, and I'll even admit it now, like it was really rough because for the entire year I was either in school studying or completing assignments and stuff. And mind you, I was in school for like 3 semesters, so the entire year I was in school while also being in lockdown. So it was a rough kind of year for me. I did work hard and study a lot, but I was burnt out creatively, so I couldn't really use my planner. But then that leaves me to my next point, where I started to have a dilemma on whether I was using my planner to actually help me plan my life, or I was using it so I had something to post on my Instagram or my YouTube. As you can see here, I just completely did not even touch this. But yeah, that is a dilemma I go through often. I know a lot of people might not relate with me in terms of this, especially if you don't post stuff on social media in terms of journal spreads or planning or making YouTube videos, but that is something I went through. So in April, I was obsessed with Sanrio stuff again, and I thought, oh, this would be like a great theme and stuff, and I really like this. But in April, that was like mid-semester or even my final week of the semester, hence I didn't continue. I literally just decorated this for a YouTube video, then never used this planner during that month. Hence why I just used pencil and just planned my month like that. But I didn't use this planner in the month of May. I just completely scrapped it and just took a break from using my planner, and then started again in June. But yeah, that was a dilemma that I went through for the entire year. I wasn't sure if I was really doing this planning thing because it was performative and I wanted to post something, but at the same time I felt like I really did need to have a planner because my life is just unorganized and I didn't know how to organize it better. I feel like I just put too much pressure on myself to decorate or have something completed that I just got burnt out with everything, whether it was uni, whether it was using my planner, my journal, or even uploading on social media, which was one of my goals in 2021. It was to create more content and post more often. However, I wasn't able to do that because I just couldn't manage my time well. But yeah, a break from what I'm talking about, I really like what I did for June. I did watch a lot of anime, so I just felt like doing an anime theme for my planner was pretty appropriate, and I think this is my favorite theme for this year. So despite all my struggles, this is my favorite. But yeah, that is just a little insight to what I was going through for most of the year. I just was burnt out at the end of the day, and I just felt like I needed a change. So I did try to do digital planning with Notion and stuff. However, I like the aspect of physically writing down and decorating. I think that my issue as well was that the spaces in this planner is just too big for the things that I do in my day-to-day life, because 1, I'm always at home. I don't really go out. It is rare. 2, I am doing school online, especially with lockdown that happened this year and stuff. I was basically at home most of the time, so I didn't have a lot to write in my day-to-day life. It would just repeat itself all the time. So plus this planner is A5, so it's not the biggest, but it's definitely big. So I took that into account when it came to choosing a new organization and planning tool for this year 2022. So yeah, I am rambling a lot, but that is what my mind is going through right now. So yeah, this is the month of June, and I think this is my favorite. I did fill this up because it also helps that I was passionate, or I really liked the theme that I was doing. I just did it because lots of colors, and colors motivate me. But yeah, this is the month of June, and I think I was on a roll. I think during this period of time I was on a roll because 1, I took a break from uni for like 2 weeks, and then I was starting uni again, and I was getting back in the groove of being productive again. I wasn't burnt out yet, but yeah, this is during a period of time where I was actually using my planner every day. The issue as well is that I always make myself fill in my planner after the week has already occurred. During the week, I would just write down each task or what I did that day in pencil, because later on when I do have time, I can go back and decorate it the way I really want to. But I feel like that doesn't work because then I'm just overwhelmed with so many days that I need to redecorate and fill in. So another thing I'm taking into account for this new year is that I will now finally just fill in the planner each day one day at a time rather than filling it all up at the end of the week or at the end of the month, because it doesn't make sense, right? Like, why would I do that to myself? Why would I leave it all till later? I think because my brain thinks, oh, you don't have time right now, so just like do it later. But then that just overwhelms me more. So that is a flaw that I went through and something that really affected me. But yeah, while looking through these spreads in July, I did notice that I was a lot happier with my planner when I was filling it in one day at a time. So after reflecting on that, I think I will start doing that in the new year in my new planner. But yeah, I feel like this is so neat. I'm really happy with this. I think what I liked about this planner before was, yes, there is a lot of space, and that left me with a lot of space to just journal and use my planner as a journal as well, because since I am busy, I can't always use my other journal where I could like talk about my feelings and stuff. So I can just put it all here in my planner, as well as mix it with the tasks that I need to do for that month. I think I really like that aspect when I first started using this planner, but over time I noticed that there are days where I just don't really need to journal, or I don't really need to express my feelings, or I just don't have anything to say. So the next planner that I will be using will have less space. And now we move on to August, and this is where I think this is where it starts going downhill. When August started, that was when I was going through my second semester, but the final weeks of my second semester. So it was very busy and hectic, but I managed to go back and decorate it, which I applaud myself with, but it almost doesn't seem right or authentic because I didn't decorate it at the time it was happening. But yeah, that is how I feel. I was going through a lot during this month, and I feel like this is where 2021 kind of just is bleh to me. It just kind of goes, it's kind of mundane and boring because I was in lockdown still in August, and uni is just a lot of work again. But I did start JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in August, and I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you haven't watched that anime, you should watch it. Yeah, this is what my planner would look like every week when I was in school and I couldn't really decorate my planner. I would just have an empty weekly layout, and I would just write in pencil and then go back and decorate it when I had the time. Not really the best. It almost does seem performative, like I am gonna go back to you and decorate you and then post you on Instagram. Like that, I don't think that's healthy. One of my goals in 2021 was to post more, and I just did not post any. Like, I didn't post that much. I was so burnt out. I just put so much pressure on myself to create more content, gain more subscribers, put myself out there more, but at the end of the day, I ended up not doing any of that. I lost more subscribers, and it was not good. So after reflecting on all of that, I've definitely changed my priorities and what I should focus on more, and what would basically help me be happy more, because that was not a really good mindset, and I was just very hard on myself whenever I wouldn't reach those goals. So yeah, my mental health during the end of 2021 was a roller coaster. September was a rough one. As you can see, I didn't even go back and decorate it. I put so much pressure on myself to get back and decorate the weekly spreads. And this is also the period of time where I experienced loss of a loved one. So it was a rough time, and I was just going through it. Also in lockdown, and it was just really hard. So although this is all filled in and decorated and stuff, I remember that filling this in, I just wasn't in it anymore. I wasn't really motivated or determined to even fill it in. I just filled it in because I thought I needed to. And yeah, that was September for me. Moving on to the final months of this planner that I filled in. I actually really like this black and white theme, but yeah, I realized that in 2021, I put too much pressure on myself, was so busy, couldn't manage my time. I was just a mess. And now I think in 2022, I know what not to do now, and I think I know better. I'm definitely going to focus on myself more and what makes me happy, and just not focus on how fast I'm growing on the internet or social media, and just go at my own pace, because one, there's no rush, and two, I shouldn't force myself to do something that is draining me out and making me unmotivated to continue. I should do it because it makes me happy and that I actually love doing it, rather than forcing myself to be unhappy, you know? So I just tried my best to fill up my planner for the rest of the year, and just waited for 2022 to come along so that I can start fresh. So these are the final weekly spreads that I decorated, but I stopped over here. And that brings us to the last month that I decorated, but not fully. I actually really like the way I did this lettering. But yeah, the reason why my monthly layouts were empty was, again, the mindset of I will fill it in once everything is complete, like at the end of the month. But I realized I should just fill it in as soon as I can. So yeah, that is a flaw that I went through, and I think this is the only week that I completed for this month in terms of decoration, because the rest of the week I just stopped, and it's just pencil, and I just didn't use this planner anymore. Oh, I did use this planner, but I wrote it in pencil, as you can see here. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this planner. It is such a sudden stop, and I didn't even do December. I'd say 2021 wasn't the worst, but definitely could have been better in terms of how I handled things. That is pretty much what I went through for the year 2021, and I hope you guys don't mind the rambling that I did, but that is just an insight on what I went through. And the planner that I will be using for 2022 is actually different from this. I think I'm gonna finally be moving away from this style of planner. It's not bad. I actually really love this, and I do have a bit of an attachment to it because I have been using it for 2 years now. But I think it's time for a change so that I can finally get back into the groove of organizing and getting my life together, rather than feeling overwhelmed by all the space. And yeah, I have reflected and realized that I don't need this much space anymore. I will be making another video of setting up my 2022 planner, so keep an eye out on that. And yeah, I just hope that you guys enjoyed my flip through of my 2021 planner. I hope you guys don't mind that it was not as good as others, because there was a lot of empty space and things that I just didn't complete. And yeah, this is just the reality of my planning experience, and I know I could move on to digital planning, but for me, I really like the aspect of physically decorating and writing in a planner. I just need to get my time management skills and improve them and just do better. So I will be attempting to have a physical planner again, and we'll see. Maybe in 2023 I will start using Notion or start doing digital planning, but we will try one more time using a physical planner. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this planner flip through. Once again, I apologize for my rambling, but that is just who I am as a person, and I am super grateful for all of you guys who are willing to stick around and listen to me talk about random things, about my random feelings that you probably won't even relate to. But yeah, that is my planner, and I just want to say thanks for watching. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did talk a lot about my struggles, and I did repeat myself a lot, so I apologize for that. But if you made it to the end, first of all, I'm grateful for you, so thank you. I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know what your struggles were or what you like doing in 2021 in terms of your organization. Maybe give me some tips, because your girl needs it. But yeah, I would love to hear from you guys and talk to you guys down in the comments. I reply to most of my comments, so feel free to talk down there. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. Please take care of yourselves, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.